Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and this is the University Loved, World Famous Online Marketing Moves. This is episode 152 of the podcast. We are coming to you live today from the born city of North Carolina. The born city of North Carolina. Oh, we're coming to you live today from the born city, sometimes born state of Charlotte, North Carolina. All right. Today, this recording is December the 18th, 2020. If you're listening to this 2 weeks from now or in the year 2029, hello, welcome, and come on in. Subscribe to the podcast while you're at it. All right. And give us 5 stars. I got to throw that in. Now we're going to talk about a couple of different things. One, very quick, we're going to give you a leadership, a look into some more leadership. I know we talked about this before, but I heard your guy Tom Cruise yelling at his production crew, going into a profanity-laced tirade about not following COVID-19 procedures on the set of Mission Impossible. Now, I don't know about you, but I love those Mission Impossible movies. So Tom Cruise, yell at them all you want to. Get this movie done so I can check it out. All right? No. But Tom Cruise, he's not only an actor in the movie, he's probably a producer, an executive producer. So, and I think his production company actually does these movies. So he's more than just an actor. You know, he's part of the management of this movie. So Tom Cruise sees people not following the COVID-19 procedures, so he flips out because they already had to shut production down once in the movie. So he got onto him. He yelled. He said a lot of cuss words. Some people say he was wrong. Some people say he was right on. But I say I'm more into the category of, hey, I mean, if this is your thing and you are in charge, then I would definitely, I don't know, I probably wouldn't yell at them like that, but I would definitely say, hey, come on, and as Tom Cruise is in charge, he's a leader. You have to say things or do things that everybody's not gonna like, Of course, leadership is not likability. We're not in the likability business when you're in charge of a business, when you're in charge of whatever. You're not in the likability contest, So he did something. People not gonna like him for it. He made a decision. He decided to go into a tirade. He said what he said, and I'm pretty sure that for the next however many days they are going to follow the proper procedures and proper protocols for the COVID-19 mandate that they have on the production set. You know what I mean? So Tom Cruise, he didn't like what he saw. He didn't go, hey, somebody do this, somebody do that. He said, no, I'm in charge. I'm the leader. I'm going to let them know how I feel, and he let them know. Now, is he going to be best friends with the boom operator after this? Probably not. Does the people on the production staff, are they going to be warm to Tom Cruise for a couple of days? Probably not. But it is what it is, and I bet you they will stand 6 feet apart, and I'm pretty sure they will follow the procedures. And that's another example of leadership. It's just another example of, hey, you have to take charge of a situation. Now, the way he took charge of it, that's a decision that you would have to make. But he decided he wasn't going to sit there and just let it, because if you would have let it go on and on and on, it would have got worse and worse and worse, So he made a decision. He said, hey, I'm going to stop it now before it gets out of hand. He put a stop to it, and they moved on, and I'm pretty sure that the production is going just fine, and they're probably standing 20 feet apart at this point. It's not the Not the way he said the message, but it's the message that he took charge, he took action, he was a leader, and that's just an example I wanted to point out. Now, how you say it, it'll be totally different. Some of us are, some of us get, bent out of shape about everything, and some of us do not. So how you word it is up to you. But when you see things like that and you have a stake in something, you definitely want to point things out to people. Even though you already know that they're not gonna like. Sometimes people are not gonna like what you have to say, but you have to make sure that you say it. He took action. He was a leader. Boom. It's done. It's done. And once it's done, it's done. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. But I just wanted to discuss that. And to recap, of course, you'll say it how the message was, he saw something he didn't like. He saw it happen a couple times, probably, I'm sure, because you don't blow up just the first time. So he probably seen it a couple times. He might have warned him. He might have told him about it, but he took action. He stepped up to the plate. He was a leader. He said what he said. It's it. It's over with. And now they move on from that. And that's sometimes that this is things that you will have to do when you run a business, whatever. You have to just personal life. I've learned that from this week. Sometimes you have to just take charge. You have to be a leader. My wife, she stepped up big time this week. Sunday we had a problem at home. She saw the problem. My wife, she didn't go into a Tom Cruise profanity lace, but she definitely stepped up. We had a family member pop up out of nowhere. She said, no. We cannot house you. You cannot stay here. We will help you find whatever you are looking for. And that's it. The guy came Sunday. By Monday, my wife, we was at this place. By Tuesday, he was on his way. You know what I mean? So she just stepped up. She was a leader. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. My wife and Tom Cruise, everybody. Taking charge. But anyway, enough about that. We will go on to the next subject after you listen to this commercial about starting your own podcast with Anchor. And if you haven't thought about that, you definitely should check it out, because and then speaking of leadership, if you start in the podcast on Anchor, then you'll be the captain of your very own podcast. You'll be the I'm not trying to use sailboat words just because we're on the Anchor app, doing the podcast, but you'll be the captain of your own boat with your own podcast. So listen to this commercial and we'll be back. Hello everybody, welcome back. Now today we're going to talk about doing a little pre-selling before you actually make a sale. Now, I will give you an example. As I told you, I missed a couple of days because we had an emergency. And I will tell you the emergency. We had a family member pop up on our doorstep, ladies and gentlemen, and said they need a place to stay. Of course, we have enough going on. We can't house the guy because he's older and he can't really take care of himself. So we have enough going on. So we decided to say, hey, you know what? We're gonna help you find a place to stay. We're gonna get you some assisted living. So my wife, she called up a place. We went to the place, and it was a place that he couldn't afford. So he gave us the number for a guy. He said the guy will call us and help us find the place. So the guy called my wife, and he said, just to be upfront, I get a commission. He said, I get a small commission, for everybody I place. And my wife said, that's fine. I'm just trying to get, a family member, into a decent place. We don't want to put them in we're not gonna put them in a hellhole, but you know, he can't afford the Ritz-Carlton, so not gonna put him in the Ritz-Carlton. So we met the guy. He found a place that was in his budget, in his warehouse. So we went to the place. We met the guy, nice guy, and the guy, you know, it was two buildings. One building was nicer than the other one. And here's where the pre-selling started. Of course, he knows our family member can afford the one in the building in the back. But the first thing he does is take us to the front. He says, "Oh, we can sit right here." He said, "You want to take a look around?" So we took a look around, and we was like, "Oh, it's nice, you know." And he's like, you know, he said, "You know, family member, they can afford a room in the back." He said, "But he will be able to walk up here. You know, they would get 3 meals, you know, 3 meals, and then he, you know, it was right around the time of, I think he had us come. That's another thing. I think he had us come at a certain time because they was doing like the people at the assisted living. They was out. They was fully dressed. They had already ate lunch, and they was having like a snack. And they was doing like an activity. So he brought us in. He brought us in there at a good time because it wasn't like messy. It was clean. It was fully clean because they had already had their lunch, and they was on just snacks and activities. So it looked like a very nice, you know, very, you know, loving environment at the time, you know. So this was part of the pre-selling, and of course I had to give credit to my wife because she pointed out to me I wasn't paying that much attention. She said, "Did you notice he pre-sold us on the place?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I did." And when she pointed out a couple things like the room he brought us to, you know, this, that, the other, and then he talked about the lady, he talked about the experience that she had, and how long this place has been up, and how good of a, you know, rate that they have, and all this kind of stuff. And then the guy, the one thing he said, "You know what?" Because we went and toured the room, and the guy said, and we was talking about the TV, and he said, "You know what I'll do for you?" And we said, "What's that?" And he said, "If you know, take the place, I'll get your family member a TV. You know, I'll get your family member the TV. It's on me. It's on me." And I said, "Oh, thanks." And, you know, I didn't think anything about it. I said, "Well, that's a good guy, you know, buying a TV, you know." But I'm like, you know, my wife said, "Oh, he probably gets a deal on a TV or something like that, you know." I said, I don't know. I don't care. I said, I mean, it's all part of the, you know, the pre-selling, you know. So, I mean, it's cool with me. And my wife said, "Yeah, it works for me." She said, "Well, he didn't have to twist arm that hard." I said, "But he was definitely," and she said, "He did a good job of weaving in the stories and the selling." You know, she said it was a nice blend. I said, "Yeah, it definitely was." And I just thought to myself, man, I need to get that going in my line of work, in my line of emailing. Because me, I email, you know, I tell a story, and then I'm at the end, I'm sort of like, "All right, click the link," you know. Click the link, you know. I can tell a good story, but it's like you got to learn how to, not all the time, but when you want to go to the next level, when you want to get deeper, because good Lord, you want to get deeper because people for some reason have a bad connotation about selling. You know, nothing wrong with selling. Selling, we all do it, from relationships to business to jobs to even your kids. I mean, you sell your kids on things. You know, hey, try Beats. You know, you're like, "Hey kid, try Beats. It's not that bad." You know, so we all are salesmen. You know what I mean? But the pre-selling, if you can get that, so that way it's sort of like when people do these launches online, you know, if you're an affiliate marketer, and you'll see people you go to JVZoo or Warrior Plus, websites like that, you know, ClickBank, and they're like, so and so's going to do a launch, and for like a week, they send out these emails and they tell these different stories. You know, that's pre-selling. And so then when people like, that is pre-selling. And then when the launch comes, you're like, "Hey, boom, I know you've been waiting for this. I've been telling you about this. Here it is. And some people are already going to be sold just because of who you might be. Some people might be sold on what the product is. And that way, if you do a week or two of pre-selling, setting up the sale, then once it becomes available, people just whip out the credit card, boom, boom, boom. This guy, he did an awesome job of, pre-selling, weaving in the stories and the selling, and of course, I think we met the guy on a Tuesday, and my wife, she went down there, I think Thursday, and gave him the deposit, and was like, boom, so we met the guy on Tuesday, he did a good job of weaving the selling, and, Thursday, got our family member into an assisted living, and we good to go. But of course, sometimes it's like they say about cars. The best time to buy a car is when you don't need a car. And since our family members just sort of pop up on our doorstep, we was more open to definitely, listening sooner rather than later. It's not like, we went to 2 places. We didn't go to 20 places. We wasn't very picky. But I will say, I don't think it would have mattered if the family member would have came 3 months ago and said, hey, can y'all help me find a place? I think we probably still would have went with this guy because he was good at his job. He was good at selling. He was good at telling. And he was good at letting us know that, hey, this is a great place. Your family member will like it. He will enjoy it. And things of that nature. So, I just wanted to point out the art of pre-selling. How you want to, like if you come up with a product, you create a product. A lot of people do this. You want to start, a week, 2 weeks. Before you actually do the launch, you want to say, hey, coming soon, I have this product. Coming soon, I have this product. Check it out. Get ready. This, that, and the other, You want to pre-sell people. Some people are going to be like, I can't wait. This, that, and the other. And then the first day you launch, you won't have to sit back and be like, damn, where's all the sales? Where's all the happenings? It'll be right there, already waiting for you. People will be waiting on you, and the money will start flowing in. So, just don't forget, whatever you do, pre-sale. It's important. Sales. It's a part of salesmanship. It's a part of being a salesman, and we're all salesmen. So don't even worry about that. Don't look at sales as a negative connotation. It is what it is. We are selling people every day. I mean, look at me. I'm selling you on telling somebody else, hey, listen to this great podcast. So we're all in the selling, telling business. With that being said, that's it for today. That's it for the podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with another hard-hitting episode of Online Marketing Moves. My name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. And as always, everybody, peace.